Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Story Builder Mini Challenge Kickoff. Oh my gosh, who is excited for this? I have been looking forward to this little mini challenge for a while. If you are new to AutoCrit challenges, this is 100% free to participate in. Our Story Builder mini challenge is a little bit different than ones that we have done in the past. We are talking we'll get into it in just a second, but it's more of a planning to write challenge versus completing a story. If you have been with us for the Build a Character challenge, it's going to be more similar to that. So let's get into what this all means and how the next 2 weeks are going to shape up. So we are spending 2 weeks. This is a mini challenge. You have through the 15th through the 30th to complete this. And what you need to know is that this challenge is all about building the background of your story. You are actually going to use two structural pieces in order to kind of build this out, but everything else is up to you. The two things that you are required to use are the AutoCrit's Story Builder Plus feature. Now, this is normally a pro feature, but we have actually unlocked it for anyone who is enrolled in the challenge. If you haven't enrolled yet, please go ahead and register. The caption will be at the bottom of the video, and you can then have access to Story Builder for the duration of this challenge. So we're going to use that. We also have created a character and world building worksheet that will be available for download. That will be arriving to all challenge participants via email, and it will also be available inside of the hub when you log in to the writer's desk. Now, when you registered for the challenge, you got a free account with AutoCrit. It's the free forever account. So when you log in, you're going to see challenge information, and you're also going to be able to access the story builder and the writer's desk, which is where this is all taking place. Now, when I talk about this being a story builder challenge, there are no genre or theme requirements. You can write whatever you want. You want to write fiction? Fantastic. You want to write nonfiction? Um, Go for it. What you're really focusing on is building out all of these elements. So that's going to be that story builder file along with the worksheet to make you eligible for submission. Now, you are not required to use all of the different smart tools and brainstorming tools that are part of Story Builder Plus if you don't want to. This can be while you have to fill out each of those boxes, and I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a second, you can decide how you want to do that. We already talked about we start today, we end on June 30th, and our winner's announcement will be July 7th. Now, other important notes for this challenge. You retain all rights to your story. We have nothing to do with your IP. No one else sees your story. No one else sees your ideas. This is 100% you. The only time we see it is if you decide that you want to submit it for the ending prize draw. There is, of course, no training or anything like that on your stories either. It is 100% free to participate in. You are Submission at the end is optional. A short list and winners will be selected from qualifying submissions and then announced live on YouTube. Then we want to be really, really clear is that please do not submit your draft or your manuscript to this challenge. We are not accepting the whole story. We are just about that character and world building piece. And then no individual feedback will be given to the entries because there's so many of you, and this is a free challenge, so we are unable to give you personalized feedback on every single one. And then some frequently asked questions is, can I submit more than one story builder? Nope, just one. You don't have to have a specific genre. Again, it can be, yeah, it can be cynical, it can be dry, it can be irreverent, it can be whatever you want it to be. There will be no twists as part of this particular challenge. This challenge is deceptively difficult in many ways because we have you really digging deep to build out these characters and world. So I think we have quite enough to do for the next 2 weeks, and so I'm not going to give you more to do. For those of you that are in novel 90, you can do this in parallel with novel 90. It's a great planning month exercise. If you don't know what I'm talking about with novel 90, that is our other free challenge. It's 90 days to plan, write, and edit a book. It is also free, and you can register at www.novel90, so numeral nine, numeral zero, dot com. We will go over detailed submission requirements and process later in this challenge. All events are based on Eastern Time Zone, and we will not be publishing or sharing any of these ideas, just the story title that is submitted. So let's look at what this looks like from the story builder. So let me change screens just a second so I can show you how to access this. All right. I'm going to share my screen once more. So as you log in to AutoCrit, this is what the quick start that you are going to see. And I want you to click here on New Story Builder Idea, because this is going to be where you get access to the Story Builder function. That is going to take you to this new page. So we're going to click New Fiction since I'm writing fiction. And this is where you're going to start filling out the information that you have for each of these fields. This can be your story premise, your genre, your target tropes, and then we're going to get over here into our world building. So what kind of geography does your world have? What kind of flora and fauna? What kind of resources are available? Each of these are editable if you'd like. If you prefer to write in full screen, you can just click this little button right here. You can use this as a brainstorming tool. If you put in a few ideas and you're like, I think I'd want to kind of build this out further, you can click here to create new, suggestions. You can also write additional context here to kind of develop that further. So we have culture and conflicts, and then over here we have our characters. So we're going to be building out our characters as well. You can have more than one protagonist. You can name them whatever you'd like. We have our protagonist, our antagonist, relationship characters, distraction characters, emotion, reason, support, opposition, all of these characters will need to be built out. That is what is required for the challenge, is to fill out all of those boxes. If you already have this information, you are welcome to just copy and paste it into here. We also have this little feature called the sliders, which is where you can make adjustments to what you've pasted into that box by their kind of what you can change these characters. So if my character in here is normally kind of balanced, I can see what it would look like if I made them completely reckless. And then I would just click update text and it would give me some ideas on what that would look like. You do not have to take those ideas. You can always edit them. And this is just a strictly brainstorming style tool. So we can get all of this built out, and that is going to be your first part of this challenge. If you have more than one world, perhaps you're doing some sort of a portal fantasy and you need to build out two different worlds, you can just add an additional world here and you can build them in. Now, we will be doing a demo inside of our AutoCrit community on how to use the story builder, as well as sending out a recording of how the story builder works via email this week to all of our challenge participants. So check your email and make sure that you have allowed emails from support@autocrit.com, and we will walk you through that. So that is step one. What you need to do is work on your story builder. Now, after you've completed your story builder, we will have our worksheet, which will be available for download. And let me switch screens again. Thank you for your patience. Let me share this. So this worksheet is going to look like this. So it's going to have your deep dive worksheet for your characters. And there are a lot of questions. Like this is, you need to fill out all of these for your characters. What are their lingering influences? What about their roles in the story, their wants and their needs, their fears and their flaws? I personally think that doing the story builder first so that you can get to know who your character actually is and then building out this worksheet and then making adjustments in the story builder for the final version is the order that I would do this in personally, but you will have access to this prior if you wish to reverse the order. We also have all of these relationships, dynamics and such, and then we're going into our world building deep dive. And they have all of these questions to build out these worlds. So we'll have this available to you, and you need to fill this out to the best of your ability in order to submit. So, with that, I am going to actually let you guys get to the story building. Expect an email this afternoon that has links to all of these things, including this replay, as well as our links to learning how the story builder works. You will have the ability to ask questions. Just reply back to that email if you need clarification. But we're really excited to be running the Story Builder Challenge, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. So with that, I will be in back in your inboxes shortly, and then you will see me again next week for an update and a tutorial of kind of how to use this worksheet up to the best of your advantage. So with that, have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Bye, friends.